We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This sounds...
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BBL Boxing, man, aka the Asiatic black man sent by God himself, man. We in the house. I got my brother Prize. I got my brother, man, one of the biggest haters on YouTube. One of the guys who always putting down great fighters like Teofimo Lopez. You know, my man B3 in the house. What's going on, brothers? How y'all doing?
Peace.
Hold on one
B3.
What's good, Prize? What up?
What
BBO?
up? What up, my dude?
Prize. BVO got to start with the cap early.
Yeah, BBO. He likes to make a grand entrance when he come in. You feel me? Like his entrance is grand every time. So that is what it is. We gonna get all cammed up in a minute, though.
We got some important people coming in, so I'm gonna get myself on camera. But
Yeah, me too.
I say this, man. The big thing that we talking about. Salute to my man Big Dre. Salute to my brother Ace.
Drizzy.
We're gonna talk about who's the next superstar in boxing. And I would say, the next superstar in boxing, I think it's an easy choice. It's a guy named Emiliano Vargas. I think Emiliano Vargas has shown that he has stopped Abdullah Mason. Probably brutally, probably break his jaw or something.
Damn.
I just don't really see anybody that can touch Emiliano Vargas. I think Richard Torres is a little bit of a hype job. I feel like they are building him along, so
You don't like Torres?
You can just tell that he's kind of built up. He's not as good as they say.
Yeah.
What about you, B3? Who you think is the next good guy, the next great guy?
The next boxing star. So Tank, his reign is probably going to be for another 4 or 5 years. Unless he extends his career past the expectation date. Right now, it's hard to say because a lot of these young guys is getting soft touches. So like Emiliano, he hasn't stepped up for us to even know if he's that guy or not. We definitely want to see Abdullah Mason with some stiffer competition.
What about Bam? B3, you rock with Bam?
Right now, with the guys under the age 25 and under, Devin and Bam is really the two guys right now. Just 25 and under, I would say. Bam is up there, but you think about it. Bam had a main event, and now he's on Boots undercard.
Yeah, you see how they got him on a pound for pound? There's a lot of lists out there that got Bam on pound for pound, and I saw Tank wasn't on something, but you can't take their people's lists, serious or whatever. I mean, not serious, but it's all opinionated. But I mean, people got Bam put way up there already, and I was just like, yeah, all right.
So let me say this really quick. It's two things with the list they do. It's either accolades or people say who they think is the best. So you got two separate lists. You see what I'm saying? So with Bam, they're going to put him on there because he's beating former champions right now in present time. Tank stopped Leo 4 years ago, or however long ago. You know what I'm saying? So Bam is getting a lot of fights.
Hey, B3, your mic is a little off,
champions
man.
and former champions.
B3, your mic is a little off, man.
B3, you're kind of going in and out sometimes.
You got that Boost Mobile Cricket Wireless thing
Damn,
on, man.
BVO, you can't come up here and do nothing wrong because BVO gonna call you out. That's just what it is.
Salute to my man Ant McQueen. Hey, and Prize, right, man? Come on, man. We know you from BC. You probably on a phone that you took from somebody and got flashed.
Wait, hold on. Don't drag me into that. I ain't say nothing about his internet. Don't bring me into this.
I don't know if y'all remember that. B3, one of them guys who would go to the mall, take your phone, go get it flashed at Rebel, and get it turned on with Rebel, and have none of the features the phone supposed to have. But
Well,
that's
you out of
okay.
pocket, bro. You out of pocket.
That's okay. I don't know if y'all remember Rebel Wireless. Y'all probably don't remember that. But
Never heard of it.
on another note, I think the Emiliano Vargas is kind of showing us that he might be unbeatable for these young guys because he's already beating them grown men. And I
What
just
about
don't.
Cremel, BVL? You like Cremel?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Camille can be a star, a superstar. I think
He
he can
has
be a
all the
star.
intangibles to be a star.
Yeah, but I don't know if he has necessarily paused the look to do it. I
What do
don't
you
think he
mean?
has the look.
He looks like Tank. People call him. He looks like Tank.
No, Tank had 360 waves. Tank always was real fresh, kept a fresh haircut. Camille be looking
Well, the
like he just
kid's a
woke up.
kid. He's a kid, man, and he don't care about none of that right now.
Yeah, he a grown
See,
man. He's not a kid,
yeah,
but
And
BVO.
if you follow Cremel on his Instagram, he dresses very nice. By the way,
yeah, I've
How
never
the
seen him
audio
with a
wise?
haircut. I've never seen him with a haircut. So
yeah. I
my
mean,
bad.
somebody need to. Yeah, yeah. I agree with BVO on that. Somebody need to reach out. Y'all barbers, y'all like giving out free haircuts. Go shape that boil up, man. Don't shape that boil up. Shape that boil up. Quit playing around.
Hey,
Like
Prize,
y'all,
cut
like
it
what
out,
they
man.
say.
Why y'all going off on Carmel right now?
Bro, I've been watching Cremel for years. When I started watching Cremel, he was a little kid. The first time I saw Cremel, he dissed Rolly. He
Mhm.
played Rolly right to his face. That's the first time I ever saw him. I saw that video years ago. I was like, damn, young boy, funny. I kept up with him, and now he's at this point, I was so pissed off because I just found out, I think it was either Crush. One of the brothers told me he fought in Philly last week. Where were
Mhm.
my
He did.
antennas at? You know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah.
would have been out there.
Yeah. My man Prize probably had him a Coke 45 and a good movie and
You know, I
forgot
don't
all
drink no
about
Coke
it.
45. Yeah, I would show you
Right,
what
we
I'm
definitely
drinking
don't
right
need it,
now,
Danny.
but we a clean show, so I would show you what I'm
Yeah,
having a
we don't need to
listen.
see no Alizé, man. Salute to my man Prize.
Alizé? No Alizé.
So yeah,
Oh, what's it?
right now,
BBL
BVO,
drinking white label.
Devin,
All right, let me get serious.
Devin is really is the
What's
next
happening,
star.
family?
I mean, if you gotta put anybody
Fresh.
after Tank right now is Devin
Mhm.
and then Shakur. So
And how do you leave? How do you leave?
I'll put T.O. on the list,
How do you
unfortunately.
leave a
at
black
stars,
and Hispanic champion?
he's
Oh,
no.
you said that stars.
Yeah, he's like talking about stars like a star because
Yeah.
I mean, with all due respect, you know what I'm saying? T.O.'s not that guy.
I would say Jerron Ennis is a rising star. Because
I would
he
say
sold that
absolutely
city
not.
out, bro. He sold
Yeah.
the city. He
He's,
sold the
you know
city out.
what? He's probably the best fighter we've seen from Delaware in a long time.
He ain't from
Salute to
Delaware.
him.
Come on with that.
Oh,
Stop
my
with that,
bad, my
BBL.
bad, my bad. I thought he was from Delaware, but salute because our guy Noah Ash actually was at his gym today. So salute to my man Noah
Salute
Ash.
Noah.
He was at Boots in his gym today. So
Okay.
I think
I
that
rock with Noah, man. Noah, he got good vibes when he come to the house. You know what I'm saying? He got good
yeah.
vibes, bro.
Yeah, I think he gonna be at 130 when he does go pro. I think he got a couple more things to do and he gonna become pro. He said, how can
Yeah,
you
I
talk
like the
about
way his
Coke?
mindset is, bro. He don't be. I mean,
Well, my man said, how can you talk about Coke 45 when you drink White Claws? Well, Big J, you gotta stop
damn.
buying them. You gotta stop buying them. You gotta
White
stop buying them,
claws,
Dre.
yo.
You gotta
Hey,
stop
Drizzy,
buying them.
I know shorties that drink white claws, bro. White claws, that's crazy word.
Yeah,
Hey, but BVO, but to put
but
it like this, the guys gotta keep winning. So it's
mm-hmm,
gonna be whoever is winning is gonna be the star in boxing.
Yeah.
And that's the PBC. Al Heyman knows this. Floyd Mayweather knows this. That they, as long as you're winning, you can stay on top.
well, let me ask you guys this. This is something that kind of was a little sickening. Do you guys see how the PBC fighters are calling out Berlinga now? You got Caleb Plant talking about he want to fight Berlinga. You got Jamal Charlo talking he want to fight Berlinga. It's like that clout chasing sometimes that they do with the PBC is crazy.
They
It's
don't
crazy.
clout
But
chase
see, but
Berlinga.
see,
Berlinga just wants to. Berlinga's just coming off of a Canelo fight, and I'm gonna let B3 jump in. He just coming off of a Canelo fight. Your Berlinga been popping mad ish online lately, dog. He been talking crazy. He said he would stand there and trade with Better BF and he gonna get melted, but I mean, I like Berlinga. I like him and I don't like him, but he's needed right now. Somebody got to spice this pulse. Somebody got to pump some oxygen, I'll say, into this sport because we're in a dry spell right now. B3,
Mm-hmm.
No, 100%. Berlanga is good for boxing.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a good matchup for Caleb Plant, Jamal
Mm-hmm.
Charlo,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
he Debubu Andre. He's a good matchup for a lot of guys. So we got to put some respect on Edgar's name because a lot of us thought he was getting stopped,
And he didn't,
and
Well, if
he
you want to
went 12,
survive, you gonna survive.
but he kind
and nah,
of
because
BBO's
Caleb
he ruthless,
Caleb
man.
got crap. Caleb got stopped.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So so at the end of the day, Berlanga has the right to talk his shit and get big fights. I
Mm-hmm.
want to see Berlanga in a good fight next. I think if he gonna stay at 68, a good fight for Berlanga really is a Caleb Plant.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best fight for Berlanga next, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Berlanga or
I've never
or
heard of Caleb
Charlo.
Plant, but I'll say this: I think that
Disrespectful.
I think Belinga's a good fighter, but he just got spanked by the best fighter in the world. So I mean, it's time for him to get back on the train and keep doing his thing. Shoot to my man Just too. I just think Berlinga should go and try to get a title, man. Go fight that dude who got the IBF
What
and
dude?
William Skull, the guy
Oh
that
yeah,
Canelo
that's
gave the
right. Canelo got stripped of one, right?
yeah. So the IBF go fight William Skull. I think that'd be a good fight for him. I think Berlinga can do it. I think Berlinga, he's from New York. He got that accent. He type of dude who'll eat the whole lot of donut. And we need more guys like him. Real guys that's got that kind of street appeal to him. Even though he laced in diamonds, I think Belinga could really be something special, man. And I'm rooting for
I
him.
don't.
I
Let me
think he
throw
could be
this in
something.
real
I'm
quick,
talking about as far as
BBL.
being a star.
I
Go ahead.
think he'll just sell the fight for you. Go ahead, B3.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the dude William Skull is fighting Vladimir Shishkin
Mm-hmm.
this weekend on October 12th. I think it's in Germany, but they ain't got no TV on it. It's not gonna be on TV right now.
And
Mm-hmm.
they're doing
So
us all a favor by it not being on TV.
why
Well, that just shows
why you
good.
say
That's
that?
why
They
nobody
trying to
nobody wants to see that, man. Nobody wants to see that.
Only person I want to
cut it
see.
out.
Oh wait, at 68, we talking about.
Don't you want to see Canelo's next opponent?
No,
No,
he
I
hit a
don't
brick
really
wall.
care. I don't care enough
I
because we
mean,
are going to criticize him anyway. We're going to criticize him. We're going to say, "Oh well, Canelo, he doing this, he doing that," and he doesn't seem interested in Terrence Crawford. I mean, I can see him fighting MacBook. That's BVO guy, MacBook, and
Cat.
and I can see him doing something like that to where it's not a real tough opponent, bro. He's just not interested. He's in the
Nah,
business of
Canelo
catching
is
checks,
fighting.
bro.
See, this is where the disrespect come in, Prize, because when you think about it, Berlanga is we was looking for Berlanga to fight at that level. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So we were looking at Munguia to fight at that level. Plus, Munguia has been a champion already at 54.
That'd be a good
So
fight, B3.
he's fighting guys. Canelo was fighting really the top guys that we know.
Mm-hmm.
They just, some of them younger, some of them then got dropped or got hurt or maybe lost. So
Mm-hmm.
we discrediting Canelo, but Canelo was beating the top guys that we know, Munguia, Berlanga.
They're not
You see
top
what I'm
guys to
saying?
me.
See what you looking at.
I know they're in
I'm
their
talking about
division.
in the
They're the top
states.
guys in the
I'm talking
division.
about the guys that's getting moved by ESPN, moved by
Yeah,
Golden Boy. You see
yeah,
what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
should be fighting Canelo,
yeah.
not
Mm-hmm.
like William Skull, somebody y'all don't want to see.
But I like that fight though. Berlanga. What's the boy you just said? You just said the boy name. Damn.
William Skull.
No, not Skull.
If I if
B
I was if I'll
B3
be honest.
said
Oh,
Mungia.
Jaime Munguia?
That's the
If I
fight that
was
needs to happen.
Who?
Berlanga.
Berlinga, if
Yeah,
I
Go
was
ahead,
Berlinga,
Go
I
ahead,
would
BBL.
no. If I was Berlinga, I would go ahead and fight William Skull, get another title, hopefully get another shot at the title.
Well, we gotta see him, BVO, because if
I
we
mean,
don't
I
see
think,
him, he might beat Berlanga up. Berlanga smart. He got to go for them big money fights. He need to fight
Yeah.
Mungia
Yep.
or Caleb
yeah,
Plant.
but
Yep.
I'm gonna give y'all
Or
some
Jamal
games.
Charlo, BBO.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna give
and
y'all some
Williams Skull
games.
end up putting knots all on his head and have him looking crazy. And
Yeah,
nah, we don't even know him. We ain't seen him.
I'll say this, man. This is what I'll say. When it comes to boxing, man, I think Jaime Mugia, he probably stop Berlanga. He probably stops William Skull. I think the fight really to make is to get a title and go and try to see if you can fight the greatest fighter of his generation, Canelo Alvarez. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest here. People
He
don't want to
fought
say
him
this,
already.
but Canelo is the greatest 168-pound fighter of all time.
No, he's not.
It's no
No, he's
longer
not.
Roy Jones. It's no longer James Toney. Those guys, they
He's
took
not greater
seasons.
than Andre Ward at 68
Oh, he
because he didn't go.
smashed on. He
He
beats Andre
didn't go,
Ward to death.
bro. And I would like to see you debate
Nah, you
somebody with
wildin' right
that.
now.
I would like to see you debate somebody with
Dude,
that.
Andre
Andre
Ward,
Ward went through the gauntlet of the Super Six, dog.
who did he
Canelo
fight
would
other than
never.
Kyle
He would have
Frost?
never did nothing like that, BB. He would have
Who did
never
he
did
fight
nothing
other
like
than
that.
Kyle Frost? Man, he only fought
Huh?
one guy, Kyle
What you
Frost.
mean? He fought
Abraham was a bum.
Arthur Abraham.
Chad
He wasn't the
Dawson.
best.
He fought. He not. I'm talking about that
He
Super
talking about the
Six
Super
tournament.
Six. B3 didn't see
Oh,
that.
okay.
B3
Arthur
didn't see
Yeah.
that.
Abraham. He beat up.
I
Damn, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, he was
Well,
too. B3 was too young for that. But the Super Six, the crazy thing about it, and I think something that Crush said that I gotta give Crush credit. He was really going on about how great Teofimo Lopez and Devin have been for the sport. And I'll say this:
He ain't never
if
said
we
that.
really think about that, you know what? We got to give credit where credit's due. And I want to give a special shout of love, pause, to my man Crush for really showing a lot of love to Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo being 2 times undisputed, and then Devin being 1 time
Here
undisputed.
we
So
go.
it's exciting to see that. And I think that we got to give guys their credit. I'm going to give Jaime Mugia his credit because he can fight. Berlanga can fight. Berlanga, to me, I think he's just a decent fighter. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's the most skilled either. I think he just survived Canelo because he was holding on for his life. What's that old song they had? Holding on. That's what he was doing, man. He was in there holding on, man, because the love was
Dear
strong,
life.
and there's no lie, man. But honestly, to tell you the truth, man, I just want to give Canelo a little props, man. He never gets the props for being the greatest 168-pound fighter to ever live.
He's not the greatest because you're
He
talking
really
about a
is.
division where James Toney, Roy Jones, and Andre Ward fought in. He would be last to all of them.
Andre Ward couldn't carry Canelo's road,
Man,
man.
you crazy, man. I don't even think
crazy.
Canelo could beat Jermaine Taylor. I think Jermaine Taylor will whoop him.
Stop. You telling me that he wouldn't put
He wouldn't beat Carl
Andre Ward
Froch. He wouldn't
Yes,
beat he
Carl
wouldn't beat
Froch.
Froch. Carl Froch would box circles around Canelo.
He probably knock him out.
Yeah, he can't beat Froch. He can't beat Ward. He can't beat Jermaine. He can't beat Kelly Pavlik. I think Kelly Pavlik will work him. Pause.
That's and that's why we love you on here, probably. You got up here, and like I said, you will be just misleading to the people. But I'm gonna ask you this.
That's coming from the
B3.
same person that said T.O.'s 2-time undisputed. But hey, what do I know?
Well, hold on. There's a clip out there. If you don't believe me, this ain't BBO saying.
Roll the film. Roll the clip.
One of the greatest guys to ever do it.
Roll the clip.
Yeah, he's 2-time undisputed. Yeah. You gotta call him that. Respect. Because he won all the titles.
Eddie Hearn said that he won the title at 140. Like that's the argument that Eddie Hearn said. He's like, he's not undisputed. This and he won the title on this and then on 140. At 135, he had all of them except, if I'm not mistaken, the franchise belt. If I'm not mistaken, right?
So he didn't have them all at 140?
I think he just won.
Josh had everything at 140.
So he just won all of them at 140, and he had all of them at 135. So how's he not 2-time undisputed champion? And not on top of that, he beat the man that was the man at the time in both weight divisions. So forget about the so-called belt. He beat the best fighter in the division both times. Call it like it is. Call a spade. Get a man his credit. You don't box, you can't talk about it because you don't fight. You don't understand. When you beat the man, you are the man. I don't give a damn what belt you got. You beat the man, you are the man.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
It's just the truth, man. So when we talk about great fighters, um, and who could be the next superstar, that's why I said a guy like Emiliano could do it. Because if we being totally honest, let's not have no games here. We know for a fact Abdullah Mason has beat up a lot of cab drivers. Abdullah Mason looks good on film, but
He's
don't guys
20.
always look good? Don't guys always look good when they beating up bums? So I mean, it
He's
is what it is.
20. He's
Uh,
20. He
I don't know
can't
how
even
old
buy
you think.
liquor.
I don't know how old you think Emiliano is, but he's the same age. So he
And
said
who is he
Andre
beat?
Ward. Andre Ward had no chance against Canelo, but I can't deny Canelo is a great fighter in his own right.
Don't skip Big
You're
Dre's
absolutely
comment.
right. Big Dre said Ward. What do you say?
No,
Roy Jones would have lost to Canelo, and I
no,
think James
he
Toney
can't
would have
read.
lost the same.
BBO
I
can't
mean,
read a Harry
it's
Potter
just
book.
saying, man.
Roy Jones would have had put Canelo down, and I think James Tony would have done the same. That's factual. They would have
we
smoked
seen we
Canelo.
seen
Could
Roy.
you imagine Canelo trying to hit Tony and he's slipping side to side, moving, counter, straight right hands? That shit, yeah, that would have been so ugly, dog. But
Hey,
what do I know?
BVO.
Mhm.
Hey, why I gotta speak on that video, man. Why the media dude real misleading? He said Josh had all of them at 140. Josh was on a 16th month layoff and was stripped. He had the WBO only when they fought.
He
See
forgot everything. We
these
know,
dudes
Just.
be
I got you,
so these
Justin.
dudes don't even know how to talk and be around the greats and speak clearly. Stop being a goofball and give Roy Jones all the
Talking like
information that
BBO
he
now. You
needs.
talking like BBO now.
Yeah, we know,
Hey,
Justin. We already up on that,
What did Just
Justin.
say? He said Roy just talking. He didn't make his point.
Right.
Teofimo has never been two-time undisputed ever.
He's not on
Hey,
a list. It's a
that I
list
put
of
like this. I put like this.
undisputed fighters.
And I'm not a hater. I read the book, The Art of War. I'm never gonna go against my mentor, but I think he's tripping. But salute to my man,
He ain't
Just Do.
tripping.
He said we got J-Lo, we got the King of Spain.
That's the voice, Just Do. I 100% agree with him. And he put it
um,
in all caps so we can make sure you
I'm gonna
see
just
that
say
video. Go ahead, right?
I'm gonna say this, man. I think it's misleading to not understand what Roy was saying. Roy said if you beat the guy that beat everybody, he's number one in the division,
Well, that's a
which he
lineal
was.
champion.
Hold on. Which he was the lineal champion at the time. 16-month layoff or not, he was the lineal champion. So at the end of the day, he never lost one belt in the ring, except the belt he lost to Tio. So Josh
nah, he
Taylor was number
lost his
one.
lineal title to
Hold on. I'm your
Cambosis.
brother. Hold
Time
on.
out.
Let me speak. I know
He
you don't
talking
like when
about
black
Josh,
speak.
B3.
Hey, B3, I know you don't like when black speak, but let us speak, man. We know how you get. We know how you get when black people speaking. But I'll just say this.
It's crazy.
I'm looking at the camera when I say this. At the end of the day, Teofimo Lopez went against Josh Taylor, who was an undisputed 140-pound champion. He never lost
Former
the belt
though.
in the ring. He was a lineal champion. And Tio went in there and washed him, destroyed him. We've never seen Tank. We never even seen my Puerto Rican brother, the king of the bodegas, Shakur, do this. We never seen that. We never seen him go fight a guy, that he had no chance of beating, so to speak. I think it was plus 1,300 for Teofimo Lopez that night. So that's a huge way to have him as an underdog at home.
Cap, you wilding right
So
now.
at the end of the day, hold on. At the end of the
Plus
day,
1,300 versus Josh Taylor. Cut it
yeah,
out.
look it up.
Plus
Look it up.
1,300 is crazy,
That's
B.
crazy.
That's what it was. Look it up. I know you.
Stop it.
I know you
Stop it,
against
bro.
facts.
Josh
I know
Taylor
you
was
against facts
Josh
because we
Taylor was
talking. We
like a
talking to
minus
B3.
200, and Tiafimo was a plus 170 because he was talking about y'all can keep the black fighters trying to sell his fight with that hateful nigga shit.
Hold on. Tio already came out and said he was just trying to get the fights. He in no way meant to say anything racist or misleading. He didn't
Nah,
mean
he
to do
using
that.
that to sell his
Teofimo
fight.
Lopez, the takeover, two-time undisputed world champion.
And salute to my man Just. He said another good point. He said Tio is pushing 2 times undisputed. Josh lost to Jack Catterall first, but he was given a gift. We never
Facts.
seen any of these fighters turning down fights like Teofimo either. Well, that's what you're doing. You at the top, Just. That's what you're doing. You at the top. We seen
What,
Shakur turn
Duck?
down a fight. Well, Shakur went. I think he broke his hand at the bodega, and he said he can't fight. So I mean, It is what it is, man.
If T.O. would have had them belts and he wouldn't have lost to Kambosos, Devin probably would never be undisputed because he wouldn't have took the fight.
Oh yeah, he already said that. Hey, BVO, you don't got that video or that short when T.O. said Devin would never be undisputed at 135. Well, he said Devin never be champion at 135. They had worked up a scheme to ice Devin out. That's
Boy,
why he
she
left.
look just like you,
That's
boy.
why he
Ain't no
left the
denying
tournament.
that. There's no denying that. There's no denying that.
But I'll say this, man, and I love how B3 did that. He's a very intelligent brother. He's very misleading. He gives you alternative facts, so to speak.
Here we go.
At the end of the day, I just want to give B3 his credit because we know that T.O. did the work. He did the work.
He's just saying anything.
No, I mean T.O. is like a Roy Jones Jr. He
He's
fights
not
anybody.
nothing like Roy Jones
He
Jr.
fights anybody, bro. He fights anybody. Same thing with Shakur. I think Shakur has been open to fight anybody. I just think he just hasn't let the bodega to do it. He got to leave Jersey. He got to get out the bodega and get about a horizon. But I think they don't give Shakur enough credit. They don't give Devin the American Dream enough credit. And I'll just say this, man. What's going on in boxing is kind of sickening because we don't give guys who actually fight credit. We give guys who get tattoos and don't do nothing
Now
for
make sure you read
to
that
grow in the
comment
sport.
that Big Dre just bought because he
Only
just
that
went
there, honey.
crazy.
Leave that there.
Big Dre's just went crazy in the chat.
He said no, but we have seen Tank fight at 135. Oh, let me read something from a Tank guy.
Read it word for word.
No, but we have seen Tank fight at 135, win a belt at 130, and beat it and rise to 140 and get a secondary belt and go back to 135. And I'm gonna just ask you this, Joe.
That's savage.
When you wrote that, did you know that you're misleading the people? That's what you're doing, and it's wrong. And salute to my man Billy for dropping some fact. He said, "Fun fact: Tia accomplished more in the sport of boxing than Abdul Wahid." I'm not gonna call him Tank no more. I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna call him Abdul Wahid.
Nobody called him that.
He said Tio has a pretty good resume and he deserves his credit. He said,
yeah, he gives credit for me.
Hold on, what do you say? The
I'm gonna have to
disagree.
I'm gonna have to disagree, BB. You're gonna have to let me get in on this.
Go ahead.
Cause yeah, people forgetting. And I know we all in here, we know boxing, but Tank won a title. I think he was 21. He took a title off a champion at 130, and then he stopped a 4-time champion at 130. So hold those two right there. He moved up to 140 to fight Barrios, who was a regular champion, and stopped him too. So I mean, Teofimo does have the Richard Comey stoppage of a champion.
Yeah, a big stoppage.
But that's it. That's his only stoppage. So at the end of the day, Tank is performing better and his resume is better based on the champions that he stopped and beat. So we gotta start looking at it for the fights and not just the gimmicks, the pretty top rank marketing.
Yeah.
Make somebody look like something because they capped and tried to say that instead of Top Rank working with the Zone to make the Loma Devin fight, which they should have did back then, they should have made it work. They did a fake Undisputed.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing I gotta say to that B3.
And Bentley said, "Man, nobody trying to hear that B3." I think he was going at you with that one.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that BS, man. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you why B3. And that's the thing you gotta remember. B3 is my brother and I love him, but the man's a racist. He don't want to see a Spanish guy do anything. He don't want to see a brother do anything. He want to talk.
So who does he want to see then do anything? If he don't want
I don't know, man. He always talking about Lomachenkos and all these guys. I mean, he has no love for people like Devin Haney. And you know what's funny? I hear B3 constantly hating on Devin Haney every chance he get. I don't understand how you get on here and you can talk about Devin Haney saying how he this and that, he'll lose the Tank. And Tank then ducked Devin Haney like 2 times. So I'm going to just say this. When it comes to the sport of boxing, I'm all about building. I'm all about having great conversations, man, understanding where we can get better in this sport. I'm going to ask you guys this real quick. Do you think the negativity from social media kind of affects the boxers directly now? I don't know if y'all can hear me. Could y'all hear me?
Say it again, BBL. I'm listening.
I
I
was
thought you.
saying, no, what I was saying, if you guys think that the negativity from the social media platforms is hurting the sport of boxing?
No, I
One
wouldn't
hundred
say it's
percent.
hurting it. I
One
wouldn't
hundred
say it's hurting.
percent. 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Go ahead and cook on that,
Because
Crush.
at the end of the day, when you sell 1.2 million pay-per-views with Tank,
Mm-hmm.
and you supposed to be this big star, and then you do all this weird promoting in social media, and then you drop to only about 350,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you doing on social media ain't working, bruh.
That's still pretty good, B3, in today's
Yeah,
climate.
it's good, but it's a decline. You're not increasing. You're not showing that your worth is at least substantial. I mean, damn. I mean, you
Well,
using
well,
you using. Well, let me just say this: they're using their platforms in a negative way. Look at Tiafimo. That's another example.
he's just a
They're not.
goofy. He's a goofy.
And for one thing, social media is negative in general. So you got somebody like Devin Haney that's doing pretty much everything right, and he's getting looked at poorly on social media when Ryan got cheated and they holding his hand. So, I mean, this shit is social media is weird in general.
Yeah, I will say social media is definitely weird, but it depends how you use it. You know, you can use it for good things. Like if you look at Jerron Booth in his Instagram, it's nothing but training, boxing. You know, he might post a little video in his car, one of his whips or something like that. But I think it's good. It depends how you use it. You feel me? If you use it like Tio, then you're you just Tio's a goofy. Tank uses it. He tweets and deletes. But he attracts attention to him. Devin Haney gets hate because he might be counting money, or he might say something, or he might put something in he gonna get hated on regardless. Shakur, he's one that it works, that social media works against him.
Mm-hmm.
And it just depends how you use it for me. But I'm not disagreeing. It can be an evil tool, but it depends how you use it.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you talk about social media and its negativity, I think the main thing that you get is you don't give people they just do. Um, I'll give you a great example. When you see a guy like Devin Haney become the second youngest undisputed champion behind Teofimo Lopez in boxing history, you would think he would get more credit than that, but he doesn't. I hear guys constantly say stuff about him, try to throw his name through the mud. B3 in particular has been a huge critic of Devin Haney and all that he's done. And I just think it sucks, man, because what Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez are doing is special.
That's a
Especially
lie.
my man Free. Go ahead.
That's a lie. I ain't been no huge critic of everything Devin Haney does.
I said B3.
He said
Oh, I thought you
B3.
said I thought you
Yeah,
said
yeah,
B
yeah.
three. I was about to say
D3,
no.
right? That's a
No,
lie
the Puerto
too.
Rican ain't got it. Yeah, the Puerto
That's a
Rican ain't got
lie
his
too. Cut it
headphones
out.
on.
Cut it out, BBO.
Go ahead.
Cut it
Go
out.
ahead. Go ahead. You want to make a rebuttal of that? Because
Oh,
we've
oh,
never heard you talk good about Devin Haney ever.
man, we know Devin Haney is the youngest undisputed champion. I mean, two
Cap.
division champion, Wood Regis 12-0, dropped into the flow. I mean, what more could you ask of a 25-year-old boxer, to climb two divisions, to maintain weight at a division in order to fight the guy that they said was the man of the division when we know he was supposed to have moved up. So, I
Um,
mean, you can't really say nothing bad about Devin Haney. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, he's doing what he's
But
supposed to do in the sport of
this
boxing.
is what they'll do though. They'll say, "Oh, he got whooped. He's suing.
mhm.
Then people want to.
They don't know shit about boxing. I'm
What
gonna break
people
this
want to.
down,
This is what
Prize.
they want to do. They want
I'm gonna
to
break this down, Prize. What
bring. They
happened
want to
to
bring
what
the
happened to Romero
streets
Deno?
into boxing. That's what gets on my nerves. They bringing in the streets into boxing. Like we not in the streets. You know, Ryan Garcia has cost Devin Haney millions and millions of dollars from his antics. And then they say, well, he only had a small percentage of Austrian in there. Well, the reason why he had a small percentage in there, people, because he probably was cycling stuff, and it probably was on his way out of his system. That's why it's so low, and he still hasn't signed up for VADA yet. So, but hey, who do I
Teach the
know?
people, prize. I mean, teach the people, family.
I don't
Because at
want.
the
I
end
don't
of
know
the
about
day,
that.
when you doing those PDs, it's like a 72-hour shelf life on them. So they're
Like,
gonna
yeah,
cycle through your system. So he was using them to cut weight 3 and 4 days before the fight. So that's why he tested positive Friday and Saturday. And they tried to say it was a higher amount on Friday and a lower amount on
I
Saturday.
wonder why.
Yeah, exactly. Because you was using it 2 or 3 days before that.
But I'm
So at
not
the
gonna. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I didn't see Devin Haney couldn't get away from the left hand. I'm not gonna do that either. But
Yeah, see, but
but
you
on the
got to
flip
understand
side,
about this.
you
People
gotta
got to
win.
look at it
For
like
me,
this, though.
for
With
me,
Devin,
you gotta win clean in boxing. If you test dirty one time, I question your whole career.
bro, you talking facts. Romero Duno, he cleaned them one punch. Javier Fortuna cleaned them one punch. Uh, um, um, Gold medalist Luke Campbell, ended his career with a body shot. What did he do to Fonseca? One punch, clean
Like
knockout.
Tio, huh?
Um,
Like Tio.
So, and that's why Tank said he was a little nervous fighting him because he seen how he was cleaning dudes, and then pause, and then we see what happened with what Tank did with him, and you see what Tank said during and before the fight. He was worried that the dude was juicing because at the end of the day, they not doing no testing for real. They
For real,
gotta
for
pay
real.
for the testing. So Golden Boy not gonna pay for the testing on no 8 round fight, no 10 round fight.
Yep.
So they not think about it like that.
It
So
is. It is. That's
And
just
I
how
think
it
I
is,
think you
bro.
guys miss I think you guys missed something very important that little get out your nose. My baby said something very important, man. Why is Tank ducking Teofimo Lopez? I don't know. I
That's
don't know.
crazy.
We
That's
don't know.
crazy.
Why is he ducking? I don't know. He
But
don't
that's
know.
just
I
my
don't know.
thing with Devin Haney, BVO. They just they just grind him up, but he's doing what we want your favorite fighter to do. He did it. See, this is my thing with Devin Haney, B3. I don't care if he go out there and lose. I don't care. If he goes in there and Tank spark him out in 3 rounds, I don't care. I bet you for them first 2 rounds it's gonna be fun. I'm a fan of the
Man,
sport, bro.
Devin is stopping Tank, dude. Stop. I mean,
I don't know
excuse me.
about all of
Doing what
that,
he
but I don't even
stop.
care if I don't
Stop.
care if Devin, long as he keep it seems like every time Devin fights, if you look at his last couple fights, he's always stepped it up a notch. He went from JoJo, he went to Oscar Valdez, not Oscar Valdez, but who came after JoJo? He went Gamboa, JoJo. Then he got in there with Cambosis. He signed a crazy deal that none of these fighters today would do. And he also went on the road 2 times and did what he did.
Hmm.
And then he stepped it up and he went to the 140 and fought the second best fighter at 140 because Teofimo is number one at 140. I know y'all don't like it, but it is what it is. But he stepped it up and fought the number two guy and Regis Prograis, and he smoked him like B3 said, 12-0, and he dropped him and everything. And he looks superb. That was his best fight to me.
Hmm.
And then he came back around and jumped in there with Ryan. Whatever happened. But I mean, it seems like the kid every time he fights, he steps it up a level. Now, this fight coming out, I don't think that he will take a fight that's like way up there, but it'll be somebody that we recognize. I bet you that.
what's a good name? You got a name for him? What you think?
Um, Sandor Martin is a mandatory. I mean, he's pretty damn
He
tough.
don't
He
got a
whooped
belt.
T.
He don't got the
He,
belt. He don't got the
but it
belt.
doesn't matter. He's a
But
mandatory,
let
and
me
he
let me
whooped
let me let me say.
Teofimo's behind. He whooped
No, he
Tio.
did not.
Yeah, he
Tio
did.
beat him.
Man, he
Tio
whooped
beat him
Tio
10 to
behind.
2.
Man,
10 to
yeah, all
2.
right.
But let me ask you this, D Free. We got my man, the Puerto Rican Prince, in the house. Now, D Free, one thing we know about you, man, you try to keep it right down the middle. Now, when you see a guy like Emiliano Vargas, who can box like a Gary Russell Jr., who can punch a little bit like a Deontay Wilder, what do you think about a guy like Emilio
What?
Vargas? What do you think about him, D Free?
I wouldn't go that far in saying he could fight. He could punch like Deontay Wilder. He has some power. He has some power, but I wouldn't go that far. But Amelia, he's a young guy. He got the right people in his corner, because his father is definitely a veteran, and he knows about the game. But the sky's the limit for a guy like that because of the background that you grew up in. You grew up in a background where you was in the sport your entire life, and so you pretty much know what comes with that game. But he has to keep his mind focused on what he's trying to achieve. The only way a fighter with a lot of talent gets beat is by losing focus. So as long as he stays focused, I think the sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, and when
What I've been saying for a while, you know, Emiliano is the best probably prospect we've seen in the last 10 years.
Nope.
I think him and Kyle Moulton are special. I really do. I think they both are special. It's so much you can say about Emiliano. We got a guy in Abdullah Mason who's kind of like, you know, kind of a little bit of a good fighter, but we don't know if he's great. We'll see. Get out your mouth. But at the end of the day,
Let's read Tommy's comment. He said Devin has a respectable resume that can't be denied, but I think that we haven't seen the best of him, and we will never see that the scale say 140 at 147. He'll be food for the top 10. I think he can beat some of them welterweights. I think he can beat Barrios. I don't think he can beat Jerron Ennis, but I think he can beat Barrios. I think he can. Who else got some belts up there at 47 now? Who else got the belts?
Stanionis.
Yeah, like that's a good fight. Like I'm not saying that's 50-50 standing on this going to be tough, but that's definitely a fight that Devin can win for sure. So I don't want to say he's food. He's food for maybe like Jerron Ennis. Um, I mean Brian Norman might be too big for him. I don't
Them
know.
fights just look dangerous for Devin. You know what I'm saying?
They
Based
do.
off
They
of what
definitely
we've
do.
seen, based off of his lack of power,
Right.
they just look like tough fights.
And that
Yeah,
welterweight, if you're not packing no punch, you might get smoked in there.
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Devin is a good fighter. He can pretty much box with any of those guys. The problem is if he can't keep if he can't produce a shot to keep somebody off of him, it's going to be a
Yeah.
problem, especially with a guy like Stanionis who likes to come forward and make it a dirty fight.
And he's gonna take a punch too.
Yeah, Stanionis, he's going to come forward and make it a dirty fight. Jerron Ennis, he's gonna have to box with somebody like a Jerron Ennis, and Jerron Ennis got power in both hands. So when you got a guy that can box right along with you and have power in both hands, you don't know what to look out for. A guy like Mario Barrio, that would be a good fight. I say that's a 50-50 fight because Mario Barrio, he's not a slouch neither. He got some pop, and he can use his long range because Mario Barrio got a long arm reach and he's 6 foot, and so I don't know if Devin has ever faced anybody that was taller than him. He might have. I gotta go back and look at everybody that he fought, but when you got a guy like Mario Barrio who's been in it with the likes of Tank Davis, Keith Thurman, Ugas. He has some veterans under his belt, so he's like, okay, I know what to look for. He ain't like he just starting out. So it's gonna be a tough fight for Devin Haney. I think he can win it if he keep his head in the game. But if his head is not in the game and he's worried about what the fans is thinking, he can lose that fight easy.
well, I'll ask you this, Free.
Yeah, Tommy, those are some good names, Tommy. Go ahead,
You hear
BBL.
me?
Yeah, go ahead, BBL.
I'll say this. I agree with what you're saying to an extent, but as always, Free, you know, got everything, no cigar. I think the thing that you got to remember that Devin Haney has an impeccable resume, beating Linares, beating Lomachenko. I don't give him too much credit for beating Regis Prograis because Regis Prograis was a kickboxer or something. So beating him is not really a big thing. He was more of a belt holder. But I think Devin Haney goes in there and just gives Mario Barrios a beatdown because Mario Barrios has shown us that when he gets serious, like a Keith Thurman, he has no chance. And I think Devin Haney could be a superior boxer. And we've always seen every fight that Mario Barnes has been in his eye. So I don't think he has a chance to beat a guy like Devin Haney or a guy Tiffy Lopez. But we'll see. I want to see the fight. Because really, let's be honest, Leonis, Mario Barnes, all champions. They haven't fought this year. Now put that on your crap. They both are champions and haven't fought this year. It's disgusting. I don't know what's going on at PBC. I love PBC, but I think they got to find something out. Sorry. They got to find something out because we got two champions that haven't fought this year. Did you guys realize that? Standing on this,
Nope.
have not fought this year.
I did not notice that. Nope. That's
Can
crazy.
I call cap on BBO, man? BBO, you be talking crazy, disrespecting Regis Prograis, man, and to calling him a kickboxer. Regis Prograis, and is really diminishing Devin Haney win. You know that us Tank fans, we don't like when people's wins they get diminished. So Regis Prograis was 29-2 with 24 KOs, bro. He stopped Jose Zepeda. He stopped Tyrone McKenna. He stopped Ivan Redcatch. You know what I'm saying? He beat Terry Flanagan. He stopped Ndongo. I mean, he stopped Joel Diaz Jr. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we got to put some respect on Regis. I mean, Regis is a two-time champion.
And he came from nothing. I like that. I like Regis' story.
Well, it's not our fault that he grew up poor. I mean, come on, give me a break with this.
And he worked his way to a great fight that we'll remember for a long time against Josh Taylor. The fight could have went either way. It went to Josh. But I think Regis is a very solid fighter, and that looks good on your resume if you got Regis Prograis on there. He only lost to one other person, you know.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, he lost to the American Dream, Devin Haney. The Josh Taylor fight, it was 50-50. Josh Taylor, obviously he's a former undisputed, so we know the level that he was at. So he was on that level. I would like to see a good comeback fight for Devin Haney at 140. They both coming off a loss. Devin Haney versus Josh Taylor.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Put it on. They should put it on the Fury Usyk undercard. Because that need a co-main. That card looking a little weak.
I'll say this, man. And you know what? This is the thing.
That's kind of weak.
This is the thing with a guy like my man B3. Nothing he said makes any sense because at the end of the day, no one wants to see Josh Taylor after Teofimo destroyed him. I mean, he never looked the same after he fought a monster like Teofimo Lopez. Lomachenko never looked the same after he fought a monster like Teofimo Lopez. I mean, we just gotta call it what it is, but all jokes aside, I will say this. I think that we gotta understand that some of these fighters are daring to be great. But one thing I'm noticing is the best, the top of the top are not fighting each other. And there's no plans to fight each other. And I'll ask you this, Free, because you know this better than me. What do we do when we got two champions that haven't fought this whole year? And we
That's crazy.
November.
That's great. I'm with Tommy. I'm with Tommy and Big Dre. I don't think Devin makes 140 or Josh makes 140 again either. I agree with both of y'all.
You said what two champions?
Actually, three champions.
Brian got a fight, don't he, BBL?
Who?
Ryan Norman
doesn't right now.
No, he doesn't have a fight as a champion.
No, I'm saying he don't got one this year.
Not as a champion.
I thought that he had a defense that he didn't take the boots.
Not as a champion. No, he had.
So that title not on the line for that.
He's not fighting. He's hurt. He's injured.
Oh wow.
So I'm just saying, and you know a great deal about a champion. Like, why are you?
Your mic gone out.
BBL, come closer to your mic, bro. You're going in and out.
No, what I was saying. What do you got?
Somebody mute their mic. It's too much. It's cartoons and stuff.
I can't hear you, BBO.
Okay, got it. I was saying that. What do you guys think about the fact that we got three champions that haven't touched the ring this year? Mario Barrios, Brian Stanionis, or Stanionis, I think that's his name, and Mario Barrios that haven't touched the ring this year. What do you guys think?
I
Yeah,
hate
that's
it,
cap.
BBL.
That's cap.
I hate it.
Stanionis fought Gabriel Maestre this year.
Hey, my,
So Stanionis did get back in the ring, and he had a decent little fight.
I don't
Uh,
remember it, but go ahead.
yeah,
Well,
Mario Barrios, he fought Fabio Madonna. So yeah, so both
Damn, I
BBO,
forgot about that.
BBO,
Completely
BBO,
yeah,
cut it
forgot
out,
about that.
BBO.
yeah,
But
those guys just got their belts. They wasn't like
Yeah,
right,
they've been
they all
champion the whole.
and D free. Make
yeah,
it clear that all of those belts were emailed. So to keep that same energy.
I'm not saying no belt was emailed because none of them got their belt through an email. They got a notice through an email that they were going to be elevated as the champion. Those guys fought to be the interim champions. So I'm
yeah,
not. I don't roll with that stereotype of these guys getting emailed their belts. They got a notice saying that they want to be elevated as the champion because they fought to become the interim champion. And when you become the interim champion, when the other champion is no longer champion and you didn't get a chance to fight him for it, they elevate you as the champion. So I'm not
I
rolling
just
with that
want people to
stereotype.
keep that same energy that they had for Devin Haney. Email this, email that. Well, the whole damn welterweight division is email. Everybody built is email. Everybody.
yeah.
uh,
Two wrongs don't make it right. At the end of the day, Crawford couldn't fight everybody. Go ahead, BBO.
salute to my man Ben Israel Salone, brother.
Ben, salute, Ben.
Appreciate you hanging out, man. Man, appreciate you. But I gotta say this, man. No matter what we say, what we seen in boxing has been good, some bad. But I'll say this: for the most part, it's been pretty good because we seen a new change in the guard. We we see Danny beat out his shoes. Um, we seen Lomachenko get absolutely dominate a former undisputed champion who we forget about and George Cambozo. So I mean, it's been so much good, but there's been some bad. We seen Deontay Wilder, get the fried chicken beat out of him. But I'll just say this, man, and I mean no disrespect to Regis, because I like Regis a lot. I'm just saying that Regis Prograde is a good fighter. He just hasn't really beat anybody of note that you would say, oh, that's a star, that's a superstar that he beat. He beat a lot of B, C, and D level fighters, and that's not me
Well,
talking.
nobody made him a world beater, BBO. We just said he was a solid win for Devin Haney, and he's a solid win for anybody. He got to fight Claggett, don't he? Claggett gonna bring it to Regis. That's a
Nah, he
fight
fighting
that
Jack Catterall.
I mean, Catterall. I'm sorry, not
Yep.
Swagger, but a Jack Catterall. Jack Catterall gonna bring the fight to Regis, and that's a fight that Jack Catterall can absolutely win. So let's make it. Let's be clear now. Anybody that got Regis Prograde win on their resume, that when you look at it, that's a damn good win.
Yeah. I'll just say this, man. He said, BV, I thought you were gonna send me something. My bad around the time. Regis is a real dude that would see you at a fight and would check in and be checking you, man. Be careful. Salute to Regis, man. I talked to his brother, his guy, Elvis. Elvin, but he a good dude. I'm just saying this. I'm
Yeah,
just
shout
saying that
out
he's
Regis.
pro grade. Yeah, he might get you and beat me. But ain't no fun in beating up the radio guy. What you gonna do? You beat the radio guy? Cool. That's, you a bad mo. Okay, cool. We moving on. Cause I'm gonna fall and hit my head and get paid. I'm just telling you right now. But I this the cool thing I had to see the change in the card because man. I've been waiting for a long time to see the welterweight vision be able to get free.
Nigga
From
said. He said.
it's great to see. It's good to see
BBO, you going in and out a little bit, bro. That was funny as hell what you said though.
that brother. I apologize about Prize cussing so much today, y'all. I
I
apologize.
ain't cuss.
You've been cussing a lot today, man.
What I said?
You
Hell,
been free. Has he not been cussing like
that
crazy?
say that on ESPN. I thought
Hey,
you said keep it clean like ESPN.
I wasn't. I haven't been here the whole time, so I can't say whether
Hold
you
on now,
have or
BBO.
haven't.
Now hold on. We're gonna do this right here, right now.
he said,
You
Elvin,
said yesterday when you made your announcement, you said you running like a ESPN type a panel, right?
you're right.
Now what have I said that they don't say on ESPN? I'll wait. 1, 2, 3,
I'm
go.
Stephen A. You've been going crazy today, Stevie.
I said damn in hell. Does it not?
Truth about man Prize. You want to show us his watch. I forgot to bring up his watch, so forgive me, guys. But
Man,
the thing I gotta say is,
out of
B3,
here.
I gotta send some love for you, man, because I know you don't usually hang out with brothers, man, but I appreciate you coming. Shout out to Brian Norman Sr. He was supposed to be here. He couldn't get on. It's all good. We'll catch you next time. But the cool thing about BBL Boxing, guess what? Whether we have a guest or we don't, we're going to be rocking, man, because we got the best show, best morning show with Crush the Legend. And like I said, big salute for Crush the Legend really going out, showing love to Devin Haney, showing love to Teofimo Lopez. I just got to give Crush his credit. We got two guys that have done a lot in the sport, and he actually was showing some love this morning. So I appreciate that.
That's
But
crazy.
I'll say this. I'm excited about Fury versus Usyk because I think Fury's on a mission. I think Fury is going to go in there and stop him. And, bro, I'm excited about that. What you guys think about Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury going up against Alexander Usyk? What you guys think about that fight?
I think Tyson Fury chin is suspect, so I think he better be real careful going in there with Usyk. Usyk is a determined champion. He lives for challenges. He was getting beat half to death against
Yo,
and in the Fury fight. I mean, he was getting beat up bad. And Fury was boxing him for most of the fight. But he fought through all of that and cracked Fury. I think Usyk is a hell of a fighter, and I think it's gonna be an even fight in the rematch because I think Tyson Fury gonna come to fight, but his chin suspect.
Yeah, his chin. I was shocked that Usyk did what he did. Usyk is a really really great fighter. If I had to make a pound for pound list, I would definitely have him at number 2. He knows how to fight tall fighters, bro. He knows how to go in there and not be worried about somebody that's 6'9", somebody 6'5" or 6'6" like Joshua. Somebody a big heavyweight like Dubois, even though I think Dubois got robbed, but that's another argument. Nevertheless, that daggone Alexander Usyk is he's a tough one, man. Yo, that dude, he'll rumble anybody too. So I like Alexander Usyk. I didn't like him at first because I just thought he was another hype job until he just kept winning and winning, and his wins got better and better. He got better. He got hurt. He's done everything that you could ask for, but I know a lot of people don't want to call him the heavyweight champion, but that's somebody that you should respect as the heavyweight champion because he'll rumble anybody and he know how to fight them tall dudes, man. That size advantage don't mean nothing when you in there with Usyk, and that's what makes him a special heavyweight. He'll never get the credit when we won't be talking about him too much in the next 20 years. Nobody will bring his name up, but he'll
That's cat
definitely.
prize. Cut it out,
I
man.
don't think nobody will bring him up. The only reason we'll bring him up,
Usyk is a
he's
living
undisputed.
legend.
Yeah, he's undisputed.
Hold on,
Usyk
can
is
y'all hear me?
two-time
Can y'all hear
undisputed.
me?
Yeah, go. We can
Yeah,
hear
we
you now,
hear you.
brother.
Let me say this.
Two-time undisputed.
Let me say this real quick. I think the thing we got to be honest with, Tyson Fury hasn't been the same since he fought Deontay Wilder.
That's a
If you
fact.
punch like that egg got scrambled.
That's a fact, BBO.
Punch resistance is not what it once was because he had somebody punching the life out of him. I mean, you let Deontay Wilder punching you for what? 3 fights in a row? Come on, dog.
Yeah, basically.
And the thing about this, Tyson Fury, the funny thing about Tyson Fury is he beat Deontay from pillar to post in the second fight, but you would have never known that from the third fight. Because he stayed getting knocked down. And I'll be honest, Deontay Wilder got some of the slowest counts in boxing history.
Yes. Facts.
But on this, I gotta say, man, shout out to the Rise Podcast. Shout out to my favorite YouTuber, man, Coach Squeeze. We back with another one. Salute to my man, Coach Squeeze, and the Coach Squeeze show over there at the Rise. Salute to my man, Senior Kyle. But I gotta say this though, man. I'm just excited about where boxing's going. And like I said, we're gonna have some more fun. We getting close to getting monetized. Please, if you got any love for BBO, just let the lives play. Hit the like button.
Yes.
Lives play, man. I'm not up here like everybody with my cash app begging for dollars or whatever. I'm not like everybody. We came here to have some fun with this boxing. I bring a guy in like my brother B3, and we know B3 don't even like black fighters. We know Prize only likes black fighters.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican Free is going to Puerto Ricans and the Russells. So it is what but it's your boy BBO Boxing, man.
Yeah.
It's your boy Puerto Rican Prince D Free. D Free, before you go, we gotta have you tell that story about that shopping cart, bro.
About the shopping cart.
About
I don't know where this is going, but I'm curious.
No, he talking about when I was on duty at a site and a guy was shoplifting, and I saw him from outside of the store. He was shoplifting, so I came inside and I told him he was probably about 6'3", 6'4", and I'm 5'10". But I told him, I was like, he was about to walk out the door. I told him, I said, you could let everything out your bags. And he was like, what you talking about? I was like, everything you got in your bag, drop it. And so he tried to walk past me, so I snatched the bag from him, and I poured all of the merchandise down on the floor that he had put in his bag. And he got mad, and he picked up a shopping cart and tried to throw it at me. It would act like he was going to throw it at me, and I just looked at him. And so one of his friends that was in the back saw the whole thing going on. His friend came and grabbed him like, man, get out of here. You know he got a gun. He could have shot you. And so the store manager came up. He was like, man, he said, you didn't budge not one minute. He said, you wasn't scared. I was like, nah, not why I got this on my hip. I ain't scared of nothing.
Right.
He act like he was going to do something. He wasn't going to do nothing.
Yeah, and that's why it's meant for people like me, D-Free, to not be legally allowed to carry firearms. Because there's no way. If you got a shopping cart, you trying to hit me,
segment without my man Prize acting like he was gangster of the world.
I'm not a gangster. I'm a civilian. I'm a construction worker. I'm an engineer. I engineer things. But if you press my buttons, yes, I am a gangster.
Hey, this dude crazy. This is how I feel about my man Prize.
I don't hate the kid.
You don't?
I don't hate the kid, but I just like to put him in the hospital, though. I like to send his ass to the damn ambulance.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with you with that guy, man. It's starting to become some weird obsession. But hey,
I can't tell you how much I don't care. I couldn't even tell you how much.
I don't have no big homies.
Hey, man, like I said, let me cover the spot, man. Boxing, Puerto Rican free, free, and a
oh, it's going in and out. End it. Cut.
We really boxing. Who wanted the battles? Let's see. Oh, we boxing, yeah, we boxing. I need